Hey, my BD friends, we're back together. I wanted to do a little pipes conversation with you because for me, this was like the best, most liberating discovery I ever made. Do you ever find yourself like trying to explain what we do and you're like, blah, 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 and it's not very simple? Well, we've come up with a way to keep it really simple. In some of our training system tools and things we're using right here with the Share Success system, everything is based on what we call the PIPE system. Okay, so I'll use my hand to represent the pipes. P-I-P-E-S, right? So prepare, invite, present, enroll, and support. Now, you're a diamond, you're smart, you're going to Blue Diamond, you get this. This is like basic stuff, but I'm going to play with it a little bit, okay? So I'm going to separate that into 3 columns. If you read books like Beach Money, for example, such a great book, great read, Jordan talks about the fact that people can only remember a couple things, 2 or 3 things max. So we talk about 5 things, that's 5 things. So how could we make the 5 things 3 things? So what you're going to see on your screen is a chart separating pipes into 3 columns, and I'm going to use my hand to exemplify that. Okay, so prepare is the first column, IPE in the middle is the second column, and the third column is support. Okay, so prepare is all about you. It's all about them. How do you prepare yourself? Are you a product of the product? Are you planning your time? Are you gaining some skills? Is your knowledge of the product increasing? You're getting some mentoring? And how about that personal development, right? It's all about me showing up better, each day progressing and becoming a person who has more to offer, okay? Second column, middle, IPE. We call this IPing. Right? Great nickname for it. So IPing is all collectively done with a prospect. I'm sharing and inviting my prospect. I'm presenting a message to my prospect. And of course, I'm enrolling my prospect. And those activities happen collectively, right? There's a whole process we talk about there. So we've nicknamed that IPing. And then the last finger represents, again, the support column, the third column, which is your community that you're building. This community of both customers and builders who are also customers, where you're supporting them. We talk all the time about how the fortune is in the follow-up. So think of the third column as team for your builders and community for your customers and your builders. Or a customer doesn't really want to be part of a team, but they're very excited to be part of a community. Okay, so now I'm gonna have a little fun with you on my hand. So there you go, we've just explained our whole business, right? I prepare myself, I share, invite, present, share, invite, remind, so I remind them to come, present and enroll my prospects, and then I support my team through some business culture activities, and I support my customers through some customer culture activities, which you can see in the chart on your screen. So now I'm going to play with my hand just a little bit and teach you a few principles I think you think are fun, okay? So if this is what we do, this is the new Live Long and Prosper in doTERRA, in case you're wondering, right? This is what we do. Okay, so if I just focus on me, I'm just sucking my thumb, feed me, but I ain't getting nothing done. I'm not influencing anybody, okay? So have you ever had those people that do all kinds of like personal development? They come to every training, but they're not sharing, right? They're just sucking their thumb. Well, what about people who are doing this? This is called pretending, not really growing self, not really getting the message out there, but gosh, they're so good at support and managing their team, right? Being important, but not really participating in what's growing things. Well, that's not super healthy either, right? But at the same time, if you take the hand and you remove the pinky, do you know you have lost 60% of the strength in your hand? Because again, the fortune is in the follow-up. We must follow up with what we create. And then lastly, we might have a lot of this going on, right? Hanging loose, personal development, support, but no IPing, right? That happens a lot. Like people go into management mode, they still go to the trainings, they're still doing their personal development, but they stop sharing the message. Notice how much of your hand that is, right? That is more than 50% of our time gets to be spent continuing to take our message out to the world. The world will never be a better place unless we share with it what we know. There's still people suffering. We are engaged in the act and the art of sharing and empowering people with compassion and with empowerment that they can change their lives. So again, the new Live Long and Prosper in doTERRA, there's your pipe systems broken down into 3 simple categories. I hope that helps you to better understand what you're doing and better explain it to someone else.